that we are working like we are hoping we are working. So, hello there everyone, if you are there. I hope that you are all good, had a great weekend, and that you do have a great week planned as well. So that would be great too. So everyone, hopefully we are there. The lovely Aurum will be behind the badge over on Facebook and also YouTube. Hopefully we are on both at the minute, so hopefully you are there. If you are there, please say hi, and I'm so glad that you are with us. So this is the new release. So we had a new release on Friday, and it was all about stencils. So I'm going to quickly go through the stencils, and then we can maybe create a background with each and every one that we do have here. So first up we have the leaf bed stencil. Now mine are a little bit tacky at the minute because I did pop a little bit of repositional adhesive on them, so we can use them straight off. So this one is leaf bed stencil, and you can see that you're going to be able to create a really beautiful effect. Now this is the opposite way around. You are going to have dark here and then white here. It's just that I used this for a technique, and that was on the blog hop on Friday. So that one's the leaf bed stencil. Then we have the castle motif. So if you are into kind of a fairy tale look, this may be one for you. We have the beautiful castle motifs, which has got lots of flowers and lots of foliage there. Then we have the colour block triangle stencil. This one's a really cool one. I'm going to show you how I kind of got this effect as well. So this one has lots of different kind of parallelograms, and which create each of the triangles on there. So that's the colour block triangle. We then have the woven stencil. This one is very, very delicate. You can see just how pretty that one is, and I've just got that one here. Hopefully you can see the embossing paste in the background of that die cut flower. As well as that one, we have the leaf drop stencil. Now I kind of played around with mine. I thought these kind of look like fish or even mermaid tails. So as you can see, I just had to play around, masked off a couple of the, one of the rows even, and then just did a little bit of doodling on there. So that one is the leaf drops stencil. Then we have the modern circle. This one's a really cool one, very, very retro, I feel. So I'm going to show you how this one works as well, because you can see that not all of the circles are on there, so you just need to have a play around with that one to create the effect. We then have the sphere stencil, and as you can see we've got like a circle here, and when you ink it up it's going to kind of look like it's rounded because you're going to have more of a highlight on here because the little lines are thinner. And then you can have that one there. Then we have the Mighty Corners stencil. Here we have like lines which are in a 90-degree angle, and we have a couple of those, so you can create really cool effects. I think this one is very, very masculine. Hi there to everyone. I hope that you're having a great day. So that one's the Mighty Corners. Then one of my favorites, which is the last but not least, is the stripe builder stencil. So you're going to be able to layer this one to create different coloured stripes on there. So those are all of our stencils. Please let us know your favourite ones. We really do like to know which ones your favourite ones are. What kind of stencil would you like in the future as well? So I am in fact going to start off with this one because it's on top. I may as well go with the one that's here. So this one is the stripe builder. So, again, like I said, I have put some adhesive on the back of these, so hopefully they're going to be good to go as they are. If I do need to move the camera up, please let me know as well. Hello there everyone. I'm so glad that you were here. Modern Circles is really, really cool one. Okay. So I have my stencil and I'm going to pop that down. Like I said, I've put some repositionable spray on the back of this one, so I'm hoping it's going to stick it well enough for today's purposes. If not, you can always add a little bit of tape around the outside. Now I did bring all of my little ink cubes and my little blenders. I've got finger blenders here. I just wanted to have my little ones so I could just really play around with colors today. So I am going to go with Ultraviolet and Puffy Heart. Not really what I normally go for, but hopefully this one is going to work out perfect. So I do have a pink blender. I don't have a purple blender, so I will have to use maybe my blue one for that, but I can always clean it off. I'm going to grab myself some scrap paper. I always find it's easier for me to use scratch paper because then I don't need to clean my mat. If you're like me and you don't like cleaning your mat, scratch paper is the way to go. So we're going with pinks and purples on this one, which, like I said, isn't like me, but I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to try and use colours that I don't necessarily use, and especially ones that I don't use together. When I was little, pink and purple were my go-to colours. I don't necessarily put them together anymore, so that's why I'm going to go for it today. And they were in the same tin, so. Okay, so there is my Puffy Heart down, and I'm going to go with purple from the other way. So I just want to clean my little brush off a little bit, but it should be okay. And I can always use a baby wipe to clean this later on too. Really give that a good going. Ooh. Okay. I love these blending tools. I think I need to go in a little bit more. I am sorry if I keep coming off the screen. I will lift that up a little. Hopefully we're good there. I think I'm gonna need a bit more pink. I think my purple is really taken over my pink. Adding some more on. Really get that nice and saturated. I'm hoping that we're good with the camera placement in the minute, and we're not. Okay, a little bit higher. There we go, everyone. Every time I move it higher, I have to keep moving further and further up the desk. But I think we should be okay there. So there's the first layer of those stripes. Yeah. And look how cool they look. That looks particularly cool. So what I'm going to do is, because we had the stencil this way, I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to create some more lines. Okay. There we go. Place that down again. And I think we should go with darker shades of the same colors. So I'm going to go with Purple Wine and Andromeda now. So let's go with the pink first because that's lighter. And maybe we should take them in from the opposite way. This is going to be so bold, this background. I'm not sure what kind of image is going to take it. I think it might just have to be a geometric card. If you do have the ideas, once we're done, let me know. It might just be another like really funky Christmas or holiday card. So this one's the Purple Wine. go with the purple on the other way. So this one's the Andromeda. This one's a really, really dark purple. I really don't think I'm going to need a lot of this one. Ooh, it's almost like a navy. Okay. We're good. I think we're gonna go with it. Okay. I'm gonna get some really dirty hands today. Ooh. Okay. So, I'm quite impressed with that one. They're not colours that I would normally use, but I think that looks really, really cute. So especially with the colours coming from the opposite directions as well. So, what would you do with this one? Do you have any ideas what kind of cards you would use with that really bold background? So that one was the Stripe Builder. Okay. Let's go with the Mighty Corners next. So I'm thinking I may go rainbow with this one. I've added some behind it. Grab myself a panel. Now, this one is made to kind of come in from the edges. So, I'm gonna not do that. And I'm gonna kind of make like a diamond. So I'm gonna eyeball the center. It's maybe not the center, but maybe we should have put a line down. I think we should be okay. Okay. And now, because I've done that, I want a little bit so I can mask off this side. Okay, I said I was going to go rainbow, but I think I'm going to change my mind. And I think I'm going to go gold. So I have my enchanted gold here. Because it's going to be a diamond. It's got to be flashy. Yes, I think it definitely needs a large sentiment on it. I don't think there's a lot more I can put on there. Otherwise it might get a bit too busy. Okay, so I'm going to go with gold. I'm using my finger dauber. And I think I've used my wrong finger dauber. I think this one was my enchanted gold and I've used my antique. Oh no, this is my antique gold one and I've put my enchanted gold down. Never mind. It's just going to be like two-tone gold. I do love stencils because they have like a lower price point, but you can really play with them. I think you can play with them because they do have the lower price point and you're not scared about damaging them too much, maybe. But you can do all different kinds of techniques with them. You don't necessarily have to use them like it says on the packaging. You definitely have a play. So there's that bit. Now I'm gonna flip it. Remove. Ooh, okay. I'm going to try and line that up again now. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone, and for being there too. Maybe we offset it as well. No, let's not offset it, Lydia. Let's do it properly. Okay. So I've popped it down again. I'm going to put my scratch paper along this edge like I did before. Two. Okay. I may need to get more of those awesome Altenew blenders to do my gold because I think that would be better than my little foam one. I think it might come up a little bit more shinier, maybe. I don't know, has anyone used the Altenew blenders with the gold pigment inks that we have? If you have, please let me know. And let me know if it works better than my little finger daubers. Okay. There we go. Remove my scratch paper, pop it over to the side. A little finger dauber too. Oh, I didn't get it quite lined it up. Yeah, the sticky backing is a little bit of repositionable spray, so that's all I've used for that. But yeah, I think that looks quite cool, and you could definitely do that in all different colours too. And I just love how shiny it is. That gold is amazing, and that would work on black cardstock as well with the gold. I think we should try that. Yes, we're gonna try that on another one. So there is the mighty corners. I'm popping them all over to the side because they are gonna need a good wash after this one. After this live, okay. So that one was the mighty corners. Maybe we do the gold pigment ink. Yes, Penny, it's a pigment ink. I'm going to use another one, but I'm going to use it on some dark cardstock so you can see just how fabulous this is. Okay, so I've got some navy cardstock, and let's pop my stencil down. I don't want to do any masking, so I'm going to make sure the stencil covers it all. Okay, so for the onto dark cardstock, I would use the different gold. So this one is best for white cardstock, while the antique gold is best for dark cardstock, okay? So if you wanted to know the difference, that's how I vary them out. Oh, my sticking on this one wasn't great. So I am going to blend this way. Maybe a little bit of a dab. Just trying to see if I can see some comments. Yeah, Stacey, the Mighty Corners is really cool. And there was a really, really amazing card by Laura Basson on the blog hop as well, using that Mighty Corner stencil. So if you did like the look of that one, maybe you go check out Laura Basson's project, and I think you'll like it even more. Okay. I could even just take the ink pad straight to the stencil, couldn't I? And then it would take less time. Sometimes it needs too much of a squidge to get through. So I think I was doing alright with my little dauber. But I will have to get a larger blending tool for my gold, I think. Especially if you want to put it through stencils, because gold and stencils together, fabulous. Okay, I haven't got completely over it, so it may not be perfect, but let's have a look. Alright. Ooh. There we go. That looks very retro to me, even like a headlight. Maybe it shouldn't look like a headlight, but I think to me that definitely does look like a headlight. So if you have a, you know, a mechanic in your family, you may want to make headlights that way. So that one was the sphere stencil, and you can see just how well that gold did work. Sue, I'm not sure if the cloud stencil is in when it is back in stock. I'm not sure if Aurum would know either. I don't know. I am sorry. There we go. So this one is next, and this one is the modern circles. Now, as you can see, we have a load of half circles, and then when you twist them, you are going to be able to create a whole background. So it is, yeah, it takes a little bit of turning. It took me a little while to figure out where to go the first time. Okay. And guess what? I found some more of the tape that the lovely Lilith gave me. So I'm so happy. I found it in my drawer today. So I did a little happy dance. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some on the back. Please let me know what kind of colours you would like to see as well, because I always stick with the same colours. So I'm trying my best to come out of my little comfort zone. I'm going to go with Parrot. Parrot's not one I normally use. I normally go for either the moss or the olive. Olive's my favourite. This one's really juicy. This one hasn't been used. This one's Parrot. Ooh. That one went on really well. And then I'm going to take that off. And I think, if I can remember, I just kind of twisted it. There we go. So it just takes a twist. You don't want to flip it over. You do, in fact, just want to twist it. Now, I've got green down, so I want to use a colour that's going to mix with that green, because I don't really want to clean the stencil off just yet. So let's go with a lagoony colour. I'm sorry. Oh, the Alternate Inspiration Challenge colours. Yeah, the one I did. Okay, yeah, I'll try out. I'll have a go with that. Okay. I did have to make my green up for the Inspiration Challenge, so I don't know if you saw that. It was a mix of greys and green. So I've got my lagoon. Just gonna go over. This one's gonna be a very greeny lagoon, almost like a mermaid's tail, I would say. If I was to name this colour, this definitely would be mermaid's tail. Oh, these blender brushes are really, really good. And they're quite large as well, so if you're doing really big stencils, they work perfectly, because you're just going to need, you know, to go over it a little bit. Okay, there we go. And all you need to do is, if they do get dirty like this, I would just get a baby wipe and clean it off. I made the stencil sticky with just some stick and spray. There's loads of different repositionable adhesives that you can get out there. I'm not sure how much you have to use it to reapply. I use it a couple of times, maybe 2 or 3, but because it's in a spray, you're gonna have to go outside and use in a well ventilated area. That's why I've done all of mine before I have started today, because otherwise I would be sniffing lots of fumes, and that's not what I wanted. So that is the modern circles. I was a little bit off with my placement, and to me, these, I'm gonna do something. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. Okay. You have to see if you can kind of guess what I'm gonna do. But now, to me, these little things here kind of look like bugs. Maybe that's like a little, put his little legs on, and yeah, I see things when I do things. So maybe if you do have a little bug lover, you could definitely change these into like moths and crickets, I reckon. I maybe shouldn't have changed and played with it, but once you see something, you just have to do it. I'm sorry everyone, I'm going to stop now. Okay, my bugs are now finished. Okay. Alright, so there's the modern circles. It is a funny coloured ladybug. Okay, ornaments. See, Sue, my mind went completely the different way to everyone else's. Sorry, everyone. Okay, let's go with the leaf drops. Now, again, my mind went probably a little bit where it shouldn't have with this one because I thought of it as mermaid tails, but they are leaf drops. So, let's go with green. Okay. There we go. Just going to add that down. And maybe we mask it, so we're only going to add half of them on. Stencils don't necessarily need to be the way that they're created. And I'm going to do something a little bit different, okay? I was going to mask it, but then my mind went a little bit weird, so we're going to try something else. So I'm going to go with my Parrot and Lagoon again, because my brush is already dirty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently ink off the side of my piece of scrap paper. Okay. Then I'm going to move it down. Oh, a whale. Could definitely make a whale's tail. And then I'm going to use my Lagoon. Okay. Okay, because that's gone really, really greeny. I'm going to use my Lagoon again, so it's actually Lagoon. Just pulling that down a little bit more. Okay, let's change colour. Let's go pink. Oops. So this is the fun with stencils, I think. You can really have a good play with it. I am using pink, but my blending tool is still got a lot of Andromeda on it, so it's now purple. So let's try pink again. Let's clean that off a little bit. Pull. Okay. Hopefully it's more pink. Oops. Let's just go green again, so we can finish. Okay. And we've got a little bit more. And then last but not least, hopefully some unadulterated Lagoon in the corner. There you go. Okay. Always remember to put your lids back on your mini inks. Okay. Hey. So it kind of looks like candy stripes on that one there. So there is another way that you can kind of mask your stencils off a little bit. And I'm sorry I did go off my screen. We do have a little bit of a delay. Okay. Ooh. I did want to try this one. I'm going to move that off. So this one is the Color Block Triangle Stencil, and I liked the idea that's going on here, so I'm going to give this one a go. Okay, so I've got sticky on the back. Got my panel. Right. trying to get that nice and straight. I don't think I succeeded. All right. I also like the idea of kind of taking a couple of these off, taping them off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one layer first. Thought I'd lost my amazing tape from Lilith then, but I didn't have it. So I'm going to mask off a strip of those triangles. Hopefully that corner is enough. I don't need to use any more of my tape, hopefully. Okay. Oops. Ooh, Teresa, I'm so glad you got your blending tools. Yep, they are really good. Okay. So, have that all masked off. Now I kind of want to mask these off. The way I found that's easiest is to use a little knife and pop some tape down. And then just okay. And then you can just kind of fill them in with your tape. I'm just going to do a couple. Maybe I don't need to do them as many as. Just wanted to show you how I did it. I mean, you could measure them. That might be another way to go. But I find just doing it quick that way is best for, you know, it's best for lives. If I was to measure them, I think I would be there for years. My maths was never my strong suit. Yeah, maybe we just do 2, and then you can see the difference. Oh, Christine, I hope you're able to pick up some more products. Just need to move down so I can see some of the comments. Okay, so let's go with some blues. Let's go with Galactic Stream. And just pretend that I have more of these covered. Okay, I'm going to go really light over there. Okay. There we go. Go really dark. And then you can actually start removing some of them. So we'll go with this one. And then when we go over it again, this part will get darker and that one will be kind of lighter. And then maybe we just leave this one white. Okay. Always remember to kind of wash your hands as well, because I don't know if it's just me, but blue likes me a lot, so it kind of really does stick. Now for these pieces of tape, I would get rid of this one because it has all that blue ink on it. But the ones that were further away, you can keep them for a different project. I would definitely keep those. That one. This one's got blue on, so I will have to get rid of that one, unfortunately. You can see you can actually mask them off, change the colour of them. With this one, I used a couple of different colours and masked those off so you can have all different shades on your little triangles, which is really quite cool. Okay, so let's just check here. All right. So I'm going to go with one more, and I'm going to go with the leaf bed stencil. Now this one is particularly well loved. Okay. And I'm thinking we're going to try something a little bit, you know, out there. So I'm going to put my stencil onto a palette. I probably didn't need to pop that spray ink on there, but we did. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some ink. So this is Parrot. I'm just going to ink that onto my little stencil. I'm hoping this works because, yeah, no safety net today. Then I'm going to go with Lagoon, because I mean, when you're doing videos, normally you can edit out the parts that you don't like. I can't edit this out. And maybe some fresh lemon, and I maybe should have popped my yellow on first before I added my other colours, but I didn't. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get that spray. Hopefully you don't spray my computer or anything else. Just spraying it so you can start to see the ink moving. Okay. It's always best once you have used water to use watercolor cardstock. So let's go with watercolor cardstock. That's just a piece. I'm going to take I'm taking it off. Ugh. I got sprayed a little bit. Now, you need to just pop that down. Take your scrap piece of paper. Okay. That's in fact stuck to my scratch piece of paper, so it kind of revealed straight away. So I should have popped a little bit more water on these edge pieces here. But other than that, I think that looks pretty cool. So instead of getting the negative space where you should have, we have it the opposite way around on that. Yep, Nancy, Tropical Forest is my favorite. So everyone, I'm gonna give you a quick whip through the backgrounds that we have created today. Okay, so that one was using the leaf bed, which I think turned out pretty cute, and I do love the tropical colours on there. We used the colour block triangle. Everything's kind of sticking together at the minute. So that one, let's move this disgusting piece out first. Okay, so leaf bed, colour block. Remember, you can have a play with that to create different effects. Then we did the masking while moving the paper down, so it's going to give you a darker edge on one side and kind of more of a muted tone on the other. Then we created the mod circles, and I went a little bit awry and created some little bugs out of them because they kind of look like bugs. So I'm going to take that tape off because that's just sticking to everything. Okay, then we did the gold ink through a stencil onto some dark cardstock. We played around with the corners, the mighty corners, but we didn't create corners, we created little diamond effects on there. And then first off, we created this really cool looking background. I think this is my favorite. Even though I'm not really a purpley pink girl, I really do like how this background turned out. So everyone, that is it for me today. I really do hope that you've enjoyed the live and that you may have got a couple more ideas, maybe a little bit more inspired to grab your stencils and get creating something really pretty. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.